美国将在5月11号的时候结束移民限制的措施，于是有大量的在中南美洲，他们的国家可能是毒枭、贩毒或者是战乱，因此使他们成为难民。他们并不是贫穷，因为其实到美国去也很贫穷，能够留在原来的故乡，谁要离开？于是这一群人就到了美国的边境，准备进入美国的边境。而拜登在前竞选的时刻批评川普当时说零容忍，后来他有了所谓的移民限制的一些相关措施，有一些人道的主张，但是他这个主张目前并不受欢迎。我们刚谈到苏丹的状况，我看到一个新闻，就是拜登呢决定要派1500名士兵。你以为他要去苏丹，因为当时美国错误的政策，他现在要去苏丹收拾善后，帮助难民离开吗？不是，这1500名士兵呢是到美国的南方，这个士兵军队到那个地方去，到美墨边境去执行政策。为什么要派到士兵执行政策？因为已经乱成一团。还有拜登想要竞选连任，他在移民政策里头、边境政策里头得到的支持度是他所有政策里头最低的。
美国从阿富汗撤军，指军援不派兵参战乌克兰，但他的军队现在开往美国南方边境。他们作战的对象是来自于拉丁美洲因战乱或是贪污导致崩溃的邻国来的难民。2023年的美墨边境，从加州到德州涌入的移民数量已远远超过负荷，因为人蛇集团告诉他们，等5月11号美国移民法第42条款到期之后，美国的大门将为他们敞开。
The smugglers' propaganda is false. Let me be clear. Our border is not open and will not be open after May 11th.
国土安全部长的话，他们听不进去。人们扶老携幼，不顾安危，冒死穿越吉凶的大河。因为美国总统拜登在竞选时曾承诺，上任后会暂停所有遣返计划。
I'm going to send a legislative immigration reform bill to Congress to provide a roadmap to citizenship for 11 million undocumented immigrants who contribute so much to this country.
这是拜登2020年竞选总统时说的话，这是拜登2023年宣布竞选连任后说的话。
Tonight, President Biden announcing he will send 1,500 active duty troops to the border for the next 90 days.
These troops arrive as early as May 10th, and then in the coming weeks.
U.S. troops are being rushed to the border to help deal with this. An increase in migrants that is expected to swell next Thursday when the pandemic-era rule known as Title 42 expires.
Those restrictions allowed the U.S. to send migrants back because of COVID concerns.
这里是墨西哥的华雷斯城，离美国德州埃尔帕索仅7英里。整排的移民搭好帐篷，等待5月11日美国移民法第42条款一失效，就往美国冲。
Nearly 40,000 migrants are in northern Mexico, according to officials and community leaders. In Tijuana, about 9,000 are waiting. In Reynosa and Matamoros, more than 17,000, and in Ciudad Juarez, up to 12,000. Their desire to seek asylum in the U.S. varies.
殊不知，埃尔帕索早就被移民塞爆了。
How would you characterize what you're seeing right now?
Scary.
John Martin runs the Opportunity Center for the Homeless and says the surge started last Tuesday when 70 migrants started camping outside. Now, nearly 700 total.
Like 22-year-old Williamani Andrade and her 2 daughters, who are 1 and 3 years old. The Venezuelans are among the nearly 1,400 migrants who cross into El Paso every day.
She's looking for work, and she just wants a better future for her daughters.
Customs and Border Patrol officials say as many as 10,000 migrants a day could cross the southern border, nearly doubling the daily average in March. El Paso's mayor has already declared a state of emergency.
The Biden administration under fire for persistently high rates of migrant arrivals.
In just the 2 years of Secretary Mayorkas's reign at DHS, more people have come into this country than all of the 8 years of Barack Obama's presidency and all 4 years of the Trump presidency combined.
即使自由派极力反对川普的《纽约时报》也不客气地说，拜登违背了当年竞选总统的承诺。他说过要为逃离破坏和贫困的弱势家庭恢复庇护计划，但是事实是在过去的2年里，他延续了川普时代实施的政策。
Since 2020, DHS has used Title 42 to expel migrants more than 2.7 million times.
Biden's plan announced today to send troops to the border met almost immediately with stiff resistance from some in his own party. New Jersey Senator Bob Menendez writing in a statement, the Biden administration's militarization of the border is unacceptable. There is already a humanitarian crisis in the Western Hemisphere, and deploying military personnel only signals that migrants are a threat that require our nation's troops to contain. Nothing could be further from the truth. The reality is 35% of Americans don't approve, or sorry, 35% do approve of the way Biden is handling immigration. 63% disapprove. Those numbers actually worse for him than his overall job rating when we look at it, which is about 42% right now. So looking into 2024, he has to, at some point, take those numbers into account, I would imagine.
纽约时报说，不像前总统川普粗暴而直接地说会不惜一切代价挡下非法入境的大篷车，拜登一方面给中南美洲移民莫名的希望。
The Department of Homeland Security now announcing they will be working with immigration partners in Latin America to open regional processing centers. The first few expected in Colombia and Guatemala will pre-screen migrants to help them find legal pathways into the U.S.
但是实际上是申请预约的 App 永远连不上，让挡在美国边境外的移民进不了美国。但是拜登的态度让他们怀抱了不切实际的希望，他们千辛万苦来到美国，以为川普走了，换上拜登就能一圆美国梦。但是
With 2 children, all of them are from Mexico. There's a good chance that this group right here will quickly get processed and will be back in Mexico by the end of the day.
他们旅程的终点又回到他们一开始离开的地方。